Hey guys, HTV here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at who is the best new Poison type Pokemon in Sun and Moon across all of the new Pokemon released. Now I have done a couple of the videos in this series showcasing different types such as Water, Grass and Fire, and many other types, so if you are enjoying the series then I do recommend you checking those videos out. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, today like I said we're looking at the Poison type Pokemon. I won't be going over any legendaries or ultra beasts that may have the poison typing because they are just stronger in general, and I've done separate videos for them. I also won't be going over any old Pokemon that appear in Alola that have the poison typing because we're only concentrating on the new Pokemon, you know what I mean? It's their time to shine. But with that being said though, I will be going over the fact if they have a dual typing, the abilities they get, the stat totals, the move pool, and what they're strong and weak against, just to try and create a better idea of who is the best new poison type in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. With introductions out of the way though, I really do hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. Okay, so first up we have Alolan Muk, who is a dual typing of Poison and Dark, who's got, you know, every colour under the sun going on his body. You know, he's like a rainbow, this guy, you know, he's like a poisonous rainbow, which is, you know, it's one for the kids, that one. Anyway, the abilities that this Pokemon gets are Gluttony, Poison Touch, and Power of Alchemy. Gluttony, obviously, when its HP drops to 50% rather than the usual 25%, it'll eat its berry. So that can be quite useful if you're running Citrus Berry or something on this Pokemon. Poison Touch is another ability which may poison the target when a Pokemon makes contact. So basically, if you hit a Pokemon with a physical type move that wouldn't usually poison it, so I don't know, like Ice Punch or something, you have the chance of poisoning it. And the last ability this Pokemon gets is the hidden ability. It's a hidden ability, Power of Alchemy, which is unique to the Alolan Muk and Alolan Grimer evolution line, and that basically means that the Pokemon copies the ability of a defeated ally. So that's kind of more for VGC and stuff. But yeah, Alolan Muk being a dual typing of Poison and Dark means that he is only weak to Ground, which is a very nice typing, only one weakness there. He does, however, resist Grass, Poison, Ghost, Dark, and is also immune to Psychic. So this Pokemon has a really good trade-off for resistances, being only weak to Ground, whereas it resists 4 typings and is immune to Psychic as well. The stat total of this Pokemon is 500, with a 105 HP, 105 physical attack, 75 physical defense, 65 special attack, 100 special defense, and 50 speed. So quite a nice bulky Pokemon there, and it also can hit pretty hard as well. Also, getting access to Poison Touch is really handy as well, because that'll obviously cripple down Pokemon being poisoned. It does evolve from Alolan Grimer at level 38 in Alola, same as the usual Muk and Grimer evolution line at level 38. The levels that this Pokemon learns through level up are pretty nice. You know, it gets like Poison Gas, Venom Drench, gets Poison Fang, gets Knock Off, gets Crunch, gets Gunk Shot as well. So that's all pretty hard hitting moves. Also does get Stab through Knock Off and Crunch now, so that's really powerful, especially with how good knockoff is in the competitive scene. It'll always be nice to have that. This Pokemon gets some really cool leg moves as well. Gets things like Assurance, gets Pursuit if you want to pursue, trap something. It gets Priority and Shadow Sneak. So all good things to have, Also gets Curse as well if you want to set up with this Pokemon. The TMs that this Pokemon gets are, you know, they're alright. I mean, this is predominantly a physically attacking Pokemon. Alolan Muk is, because his special attack is only 65, so you won't be using loads of special attacking moves on this Pokemon, if any, for that matter. But it does get things such as Brick Break. It does get like Flamethrower and Sludge Wave and Sludge Bomb. It gets some really good special attacking moves, but there's no point if its special attack is pretty low. But it does get things like Rock Tomb. It gets Brutal Swing, which is obviously Stab. It gets Explosion if you want to pull that off. It gets Payback. Gets Rock Polish, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Poison Jab, and then Dark Pulse as well as another special type move. But no, big fan of Alolan Muk. It is pretty powerful. You know, it hits hard on the physical side of things. It can poison things. It's obviously pretty bulky, only has one weakness. So yeah, definitely Alolan Muk is definitely really good, strong candidate in the competitive scene. And don't be surprised if you do see this quite a few times, because like I said, it does have a lot of things going for him, and being able to poison things, having a chance to poison things when you hit them with a physical move, really clutch. Because obviously this does get quite a few physical moves, gets things, you know, like, imagine how good it would be if you hit something with a knockoff, a stab knockoff, which threw their item off and then poisoned them as well. That'd be like really broken. But that's what Alolan Muk's bringing to the table, people. But that is Alolan Muk. Next we have Toxapex, who is a dual typing of Poison and Water. Now I obviously covered this Pokemon when I very first started this series with the Water type video, and didn't give this Pokemon much love. I mean, I didn't really. It was unknown then when I made that video how strong this Pokemon was and how good this Pokemon was. So I didn't really go into too much detail, but this Pokemon is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's seen throughout the competitive scene now. Everyone's using it. It's so it's so overused, it's unreal, but because of just how good it is, you know what I mean? Like, when a Pokemon comes out and it's this good, it's gonna be definitely used a lot. But it does have the abilities Limber, Merciless, and Regenerator. Limber is based Pokemon protected from paralysis, which is, you know, that's cool. Merciless basically means the Pokemon's attacks become critical hits if the target is poisoned, so you know, that could be really handy. But I think the Pokemon's best ability is its hidden ability, which is Regenerator, which restores 1/3 of its maximum HP when switching out. So already how broken this Pokemon already is, having Regenerator on it would make it even more disgusting. Being a dual typing of Poison and Water though means it is only weak to Psychic, Electric, and Ground, whereas it resists Fire, Water, Ice, Fighting, Poison, Bug, Steel, and Fury. So a very nice trade-off there through resistances and weaknesses, giving this Pokemon more of a, you know, a defensive wall, if you would say that. But it does have a stat total of 495, 50 HP, 63 physical attack, 152 physical defense, 53 special attack, 142 special defense, and 35 speed. So all the other stats are pretty mediocre and poor, but it's just got such good defenses. Like, this thing can just cripple things and whittle them down until they die, and obviously being able to switch in with a Regenerator to get your health back is really good. It does evolve from Marini at level 38. Now, this Pokemon's best move is probably without a doubt Baneful Bunker. So in addition to protecting the user from attacks, the move also poisons any attacker that makes direct contact. So that used with Merciless could definitely be really broken, because you poison it, and it's crippling down from poison, and then Merciless, basically the attacks become critical hits if the target is poisoned. So every move you're going to hit on that Pokemon is going to be a critical hit. So Baneful Bunker and Merciless definitely going to be a really good pair. Also gets things like Toxic Spikes as well for setting up hazards, helping even more with Merciless, you know what I mean? If you've got Toxic Spikes and they've got no way of getting rid of them, I mean, Toxapex is just going to have a field day out there with Merciless. So every attack's going to be a critical hit. That's kind of broken, but it does get Toxic as well, gets Wide Guard, gets Venoshock even more damage. Imagine that it inflicts double damage if the target is poisoned, so that's double damage plus a critical hit with Merciless if they're poisoned, plus the poison damage anyway, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter that its special attack is only 53, that's going to be doing heavy damage. Also gets Recover for reliable recovery, gets Poison Jab, Pin Missile, gets Liquidation for a nice stab, Water type move. It does learn Baneful Bunker through level up. It gets 4 egg moves, it gets Haze, Spit Up, Stockpile, and Swallow. But like I say, guys, this thing is just broken to hell, and it's just such a strong mon in the competitive scene. It's so bulky and it just does not die. But the moves that it gets through TM are Ice Beam, it gets Blizzard, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Frost Breath, Infestation. Infestation could be used really well on this Pokemon. If you get this Pokemon in on a Pokemon that can't really touch you, because obviously it traps the opponent, and it does some. It only does 1/16 of their health, but you know, that plus poison damage if they're poisoned, plus, you know, Venoshock, plus Baneful Bunker, like, they're not going to be able to touch you, and you can just get all your health back and just literally cripple things down. I know it's not the nicest way to play Pokemon, but you know, it's a very high success rate of working. But like, yeah, it also gets like Poison Jab and Surf as well. But like I said, guys, this Pokemon is just ridiculous. I mean, it's no wonder that it's seen so much in the competitive scene. It's just such a good typing. It's got so many resistances. Its defenses are through the roof. It's got incredible abilities in like Merciless and Regenerator. It's got amazing moves such as Baneful Bunker. It's got Venoshock. It can set up hazards. Liquidation is nice. It's got reliable recovery and recover. You know, it's got Wide Guard. I mean, this thing is just, I can't say any bad things about it. It's just so good, and like, I'm a bit annoyed at myself that I didn't cover it properly in the water video, but I'm glad that I can, you know, make amends with this video and just really talk about, you know, really just shine how good this Pokemon is, and how strong it is. And like I said, this is why it's so overused. But that is Toxapex. Last but not least, we do have Salazzle, because there are only 3 new poison type Pokemon in Sun and Moon, barring any legendaries or ultra beasts. Salazzle is a dual typing of Poison and Fire with the abilities Corrosion and Oblivious. Corrosion is a unique ability to the Salazzle evolution line, and it basically allows a Pokemon to poison any Pokemon, even if they are Steel or Poison type. It's poison anything. Oblivious is its hidden ability. It makes the Pokemon immune to gender-based moves and abilities, specifically like Attract or Captivate or Cute Charm. But obviously we're going to be using Corrosion on this Pokemon because it'd be silly not to. Being Poison and Fire, it is weak to Water, Psychic, Rock, and 4 times weak to Ground, so that's a bit annoying, catching Earthquakes and stuff. However, it does resist Fire, 4 times resistant to Grass, resist Ice, Fighting, Poison, 4 times resistant to Bug, resist Steel, and is also 4 times resistant to Fairy. Stat total of 480 with 68 HP, 64 attack, 60 defense, 111 special attack, 60 special defense, and 117 speed. So a very fast, specially attacking Pokemon. It does evolve from Salander at level 33, although it has to be a female. I think Game Freak did miss out a good opportunity to make a male version of this Pokemon. I think it could have looked really cool if they did have a male version of this as well, but you know, it's clearly didn't what they want to do. But you know, I think they just missed out on a good opportunity there. The moves that this Pokemon learns through level up are moves such as Poison Gas, because obviously you can poison anything, so that's cool. But obviously Toxic is going to be the better move to use in most circumstances, and it does obviously learn Toxic as well through level up. It also gets Nasty Plot, gets Venoshock, so if you can poison something, Venoshock's going to be doing some hefty damage, especially with its high special attack stat. Also gets Flamethrower and Dragon Pulse as well for some more variety of moves. Through egg moves, it gets Belch, it gets Fake Out, Knock Off. You know, Belch is a nice move, but obviously it only uses if the user has previously consumed a berry during the battle, and there aren't many Pokemon that are going to be using berries in the competitive scene. But I mean, if you come up against something that you know is going to be using Harvest or something, you know, you can use it there to your advantage. But it does get things through TM such as Dragon Claw, gets Venoshock again, gets Leech Life, Sludge Wave, Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, Fire Blast, gets Overheat, Will-O-Wisp for crippling things, gets Acrobatic, Shadow Claw, Dragon Tail, Poison Jab. It doesn't have the best physical attack stat, so maybe keep away from the physical type moves, but its special attack stat is very high, speed is very high, and also being able to poison anything is very cool, and it also does resist quite a few types as well. Quad resists 3 types, whereas it is only weak to 4 type, where it is only 4 times weak to 1 type, so that's a nice trade-off there. But no, Salazzle is an alright Pokemon, you know what I mean? It's not got too many bad points about it, but it does have a couple of weaknesses like all Pokemon do. But that is everything for the 3 poison type Pokemon in Sun and Moon, you know, barring Ultra Beasts and Legendaries. For me, I think without a doubt it's obviously Toxapex. I would be stunned if any of you thought that Muk or Salazzle were better than Toxapex. Obviously Muk and Salazzle are good, and they do different things better, but overall I think Toxapex, I think I can speak for everyone when I say that Toxapex is without a doubt the best poison type Pokemon in Sun and Moon. You know, barring Legendaries and Ultra Beasts. Even then though, it's probably still the best poison type even with Legendaries and Ultra Beasts. But yeah, that's who I'm going with. If you do for some reason disagree with me, you know, then please, you know, leave it in the comment section below. I would like to see why you do disagree with me, because obviously Toxapex is such a strong candidate for the best poison type. So, you know, if you do have a good reason for why you think Muk or Salazzle is better than Toxapex, then yeah, leave it in the comment section below. I would really love to hear what you guys have to say. But like I said, that is everything for this video, guys. So if you did enjoy it, please smash that like button below. I really do appreciate it. Remember to subscribe if you are enjoying the content. If you're enjoying the series, I do really appreciate it, because I'm having a lot of fun doing this series. I do have a couple of these type discussion videos coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to check them out if you do have the time. But that is everything from me, guys, so thanks again for watching. Have a glorious day, and peace.